Good morning, Pranam. Welcome to the live session. Another wonderful Sunday, and again we are here together with a wonderful question. So today's topic is why we are overworked, why we don't understand how to work less and gain more. So today somebody asked me, I was talking to somebody and they told me that I'm not able to rest. I'm not able to switch the job. I don't know how to do this. That is where I realize that many of the people are doing the same thing. They don't know how to start and where to take a pause. It is very, very important to be in the same process in life. So, have you ever noticed something very strange? The more we work, the more we feel tired, the more we are running from the success which actually we want. And the more we try to control the life, the more it slips out of our hands. So we wake up tired, sleep anxious, and live in the constant pressure of something, we are missing out something. Are you actually working hard or are we afraid to stop? Yes, we don't know how to take a pause because the brain has been taught that way. You have been taught that way until and unless you do something, you prove something, you are not good enough. So today our point of understanding is not whether we are good enough or not. Today we are of course children of God. So there is no point that we are not good enough. The only thing we have to understand is how to work less. And where that less work is going to come from here, from the right thinking process. Ask, have you ever asked yourself, what if I slow down? Is there a fear in you of missing out something? Because at times I used to have a lot of fear like this. Like if I have not done this, something bad is going to happen. Everything, the point of understanding is the outcome, what we think is mostly negative. Mostly we are thinking in a very, very wrong way. What if I miss on this thing? Ye mere haath se nikal jayega, this will go, that will go. This is where the fear lies actually, the fear of the outcome. So, if you are the whole day you're working, a man is working for the whole day, a wife is doing everything for the, and in that fear, she's doing everything but she's forgotten herself. Man is running after the money, I have to do this, I have to do this, and you have no peace at all. And then the child is studying the whole day, but the results are the same because there is a lot of fear of being judged. We are scared of being judged all the time. And what happens? Do you still feel happy about it? The moment was there for us to focus, we have taken a wrong step. So this is where Shri Krishna says, karm, do your karmas and do not get attached to the result. How working less is more now. When you start focusing on your day, think how many tasks am I actually required to do, which are mandatory for me. Like eating is mandatory, is similarly working in your workplace or something is mandatory. But what is not mandatory for me? Am I scrolling too much or am I overthinking about everything? Am I over analyzing everything? Because what if we are doing the same thing again and again and again and we are looking for a change, it is not going to come. So is it your are you scared of failure? Are you scared of being judged or are you scared of being left behind? So suppose you are working in an office and in your office the whole day you want, why in the first place you wanted that job? You wanted it because you think you are capable of doing, right? And when you are capable of doing, that means you are bringing something, adding value to the company, to the people, to everybody around. So that was your point of entering into any job, that you are going to do it well. But in the process of doing well, we start comparing ourselves with every other person. Like, this is more higher than me, this is more higher than me, I am not doing. So the entire process is, the entire self talk starts about judging the self the entire day, rather than focusing on what I was supposed to do in the moment, that was to bring the best for everybody. I have started judging the whole environment, blaming everybody and claiming that this is not right, that is not right. That is where we lose the entire process. So, focus, first thing is focus on the self. Whichever workplace, you are a student listening to me right now, you are a entrepreneur, you are a housewife, whoever, you know, the important point to understand is that when I am into this work, am I fully into this work doing the best I can, or is my focus too much out driven? Sorry, there's a lot of noise there. Okay, so is there, or am I too focused on the outcome of everything? What is the point? Where is my attention? That is where you will start realizing the joy was always with my hand. Who comes and tells us don't do this? You are a thinker in your mind. Nobody else is telling you what to accept, what to not accept. We are influenced by the other things. We are highly influenced by other people. So we don't know, we lose the capacity to take the decision for ourselves in a very better way. So we don't even remember, when was the last time I worked calmly. Because when you are in the office, you are thinking about something else. When you are at home, you're thinking about the office. So mind is always going. So sit down and focus on what you have started. And count your number of activities of the day. How many activities are actually so important that I can't miss out on them? When you start, breaking down your day in a very productive way, you'll start realizing half of the thing you were thinking neither ever happened nor will they ever happen. There's a very beautiful thing. My consciousness is my reality. Now, what does this mean? Consciousness means your awareness. Now, if your awareness is always on judging, complaining, that is where you are focused. What can you be focused on otherwise? To be a more productive person, because that is why you had joined this job. Now, if you want a rise in your company, what will make you sustain? Because you have done the ground level work. So when you have done the ground level work and then you have taken step, slowly upwards, that will sustain it. That is why the education starts from the kg. It doesn't start from class 12, it starts from kg, so that the roots become very strong in your language, in your command. You understand what you are talking, what you are thinking, and which way you are taking. You become calculative. Though the mathematics what we learn in the school is totally useless, but at least it brings you focus. It brings you to a guided this thing, that this is where how affirmations are working. Somebody was asking me that day, how affirmations work. Affirmations is not different from your own language. In the process of becoming something, are you being that person? Which is very, very important. Like, you want to become a CEO of the company. Everybody wants to be, everybody wants to rise. But the qualities that person carries is using a mind in a very, very, advanced way, looking at a larger picture. Is your mind open up to that level? If your mind is opened up to that level, nobody can stop you from reaching that place. So, Arjun, what did Arjun did? Arjun had practiced his archery day and night. That is why he became the master. If he would have thought Bhim is so much healthy, I have to become like Bhim, I have to become like Yudhishthir, I have to become like this, that, he would have not become. What did he choose? I want to become like Krishna. Because Krishna was the only one who was not holding any weapon and standing in the battlefield, in fact, holding the whole process around him. That is what God consciousness comes up to be. We have to understand that what am I doing? The purpose should be very clear. Did I enter this job? Why did I enter this company? Did I enter to cheat people? Did I enter to do some hook and crook things? I entered here to be, and everybody wants to be known as something very good. But we start hiding things because unconsciously we all do wrong. That is where Sri Krishna says, do your work diligently. Put your heart, mind, soul in that work, and it will automatically flourish. Because you have not thought about the outcome in a wrong way. In fact, you have left the field totally open. That this is what I have planted, and this is what is going to come up. So that is important. Working less gives you more expansion of thinking on a one process, much more, rather than thinking 10 things. I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. This whole process will make you muggled up in your mind, because too much I have taken on the shoulders, too much. Start relaxing yourself. Release the things which you can delegate to other people. Allow other people to work for you. Let them do. And trust yourself that whoever you have given to the work will do it best. This is how a CEO works. He works according to the mind. Yes, if I have chosen this person, then the person has the capability. Otherwise, you have never got that process only, right? So the understanding of the point is that the process itself is taking you to the rise. Only you have to understand how to go step by step. You cannot rush to everything. So that is why doing less brings you more expansion. See how people at the top level work. You think everybody, I am doing everything, my boss is doing nothing. No, he has done the ground level work. His mind is now so much expansive. That is what is keeping him to the rise. You want more money. So can you think about how a person who has more money thinks about it? You have to be that person. Krishna says law of being. Now this is very, very important. Law of being means you can become whatever you want. But while becoming, you have to embody that state of mind. So from a poverty state of mind, you can only dream of it. You cannot have it. To have the wealth, you have to hold that nervous system in you. And it is not that anything to do with your destiny or something. No, you can build the wealth, and you should. Shri Krishna says, the joy and abundance is your birthright. So what do you have to do? You should make money, but not in the wrong ways. See, we have very wrong impressions about the wealthy people, that it's all corrupt, because in our movies, we have seen it like that. Somebody who has too much wealthy, he's actually corrupt. That day I was talking to somebody who was investing in one of my projects. So I spoke to him. He said, I'll invest this much amount in your firm. I said, fine. So then he said that then, that some amount, then you can progress into further this thing. Rather than me giving back or something, he was teaching me something. And very wonderful one statement he said, don't learn to save tax something. It's a very small aspect. Instead of that, you can multiply your money. You don't have to cheat people. You don't have to save taxes just to, do all these things. I was zapped, how a wealthy person thinks. He's not talking to me, do this and do this to hide the money or hoard the money, because it is very wrong. So he told me, pay the taxes, does not matter. Invest more. You'll multiply it. See how a wealthy person is thinking and how we think otherwise. So where are we lacking? We are only lacking in the mental clarity of expansion. We are not talking in the mental, we are only talking in the mental clarity. So bring that. The more, the lesser you physical do the work. Too much of doing. Krishna did not say don't work. He said organize your mind and work. That is the point. So when you are too much, so many tasks are coming up. When you are, you are attached to that outcome, too much of outcome. This has to happen. This has to happen. In the process, you lose that life to enjoy the process. So let it go. When it has to come, it has to come. Learn to that inner balance. See how confident Elon Musk is, how confidently these people are working, and they are not, aren't they facing challenges? Of course, but the kind of resilience they are carrying, they are actually carrying for the big larger picture. Their mind has expanded to that level. That is important. Isn't that they are not working for the whole day, but they have a lot of inner calmness, which is the most important thing to understand. Yes, 80-20 principle. Correct. So you don't have to lose yourself in the work. You have to neither overwork not overthink. But Krishna doesn't teach work, don't work. He teaches work fully, but don't emotionally collapse. Your work with clarity will not bring you panic. It will bring you passion. It will draw more, more abundance to you, because now you are just thinking in one direction. I am the best and I am giving the best. So when you are giving the best to the other person, automatically you improve yourself. The other person also starts improving, because now the receive and take of the energy is very beautiful. Unless and until there is a giver, there is no receiver, right? So when you are thinking too many things, you are not focused even on one. So start narrow down your focus, start making the progress in one direction which you want. Less down, maximum 7 to 8 activities a day. All the yogic practices are have been teaching on bringing the inner alignment. Yam, niyam, pratyahar, everything. You pick up anything, everybody is telling you calm down, calm down. Why are we doing breathing practices? Calm down. Why Krishna is talking about at ease, sthit pragna sthiti, inside stillness? How can we? Only when the day activities rest. So from today, work with clarity, understand what is important, how many things are important. Be in the company of people who are always uplifting you. Yes, focus nahi aata. The reason, because you are too much scattered. What is happening with them? What is happening with them? What is happening? Focus on yourself. What is happening with me? Why am I so outdriven of thinking about every person rather than myself? एक्सटर्नल प्लेजर पे जब हम जा रहे हैं, हम इंटरनल प्लेजर भूल गए हैं, बिकॉज एक्सटर्नल इज स्टार्टेड revolutionizing us. It's actually not even revolutionizing, it is actually I should say distracting you from your goal. So why did Krishna said that there are 5 senses? Hold your senses. The horses which he hold in the cover page of every Gita, we see that he is holding horses. Those are the 5 senses. We are holding our senses because we have the capacity to see what we want to see, to hear what we want to hear, but we don't use our senses in the right way. We use everything reverse. Our body is a miracle. It's a miracle. To get a human body is a miracle. We don't realize it. So be in a holy company of the people. Study Bhagavad Gita. You want to join my classes? I teach an 8 months course where I take you totally deep into the way you want to live, the way of law of being, to become the best version of yourself. That is what Bhagavad Gita is all about. And then study the scripture, hear something, keep on hearing something which is magnetizing you towards your goal. When you keep on listening, our brain is attuned to information. So when we keep on listening, what happens is, why so many shlokas were written? Arjun was a jnani. Shri Krishna would have said it everything in minutes. But why so many shlokas has been written? Only because repetition makes your mind go denser and denser and deeper to understanding exactly what you wanted. So it is not about doing more, it is about doing less, but the kind of focus that brings and the kind of energy that develops, that is where you start getting those outcomes. That is where you start focusing and you start expanding. अपनी कमियों पर ध्यान दो, दूसरों की नहीं. अपने ऊपर ध्यान दो कि मुझे कहाँ अपनी लाइफ को एनहांस करना है. Start studying the Gita, start focusing on your exercises, on your breath work, and think, where am I wasting my time? Why am I judging so many people? Why the whole day my days goes with something or the other? Am I scared of doing something? Am I missing on something? These are the wonderful questions one should ask oneself. When you start questioning yourself for each and every process, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Everything comes with the Sankalpa Shakti. Very beautifully, in Yoga Vashishta, there's a very beautiful line. Everything starts with a Sankalpa. This birth also we have got with a Sankalpa to overcome the past obstacles. Now we don't know what is the past, but in the moment when you feel stuck and you keep on holding that is where you have started accrediting. So don't think you are stuck. Think you are always open to learning, always open to expansion, always open to growth. But that will only happen when your mind is not too much outward focused and you are too much inside. Connecting with your own intuition, connecting with the own self where actually Krishna resides. So don't work less, work focused, but don't indulge in too many activities. Bring your activities to 7 to 8 things of a day and see how only 7-8 activities of the day which are not taking your too much of attention, see how much energy you preserve and see how your focus, जिसको बोलते हैं ना शक्ति, वो शक्ति राइज कैसे होती है? वो शक्ति राइज इसलिए होती है क्योंकि पहले शक्ति को बचाना पड़ता है. You have to save that energy. Once you start learning to save your energy, not getting into arguments, not judging, not compromising, not getting into any kind of drama, that is where you are preserving that Shakti, which will actually help you expand. So learn to preserve the self. You are not meant for every battle, you are not meant for every damn thing. You are meant here to rise in your own awareness and live the life of a king. Yes, live the life of a king. You can do it only when you bring back your attention from too many things to lesser ones. So that is all for me today. I hope you have enjoyed the session. You had your learnings, and if you actually had, once this gets posted, just point a good comment that I will do conscious work. That's all. Thank you so much for joining. Have a lovely Sunday ahead, and do keep sending me your questions. I would love to answer them. I enjoy reading, sending you answers through me, because I feel you in this body. I am not there. It's Krishna helping me become me the best version and make you the best version of you. Thank you so much for joining.